Hello, my friends. It's Jennifer from Crystalline, and I am so thrilled to be here with you today. I am doing the intuitive tag. It is something that's kind of been going around YouTube and Facebook to different intuitives and healers and crystal teachers, and someone who wanted to stay anonymous tagged me in this, and I am going to do the same. And we'll just, if you want to tag yourself and do this, go right ahead. But I will mention that again at the end. But anyways, it's just 15 questions about intuitive, psychic, kind of woo-woo stuff, just to get to know me a little bit more, and yeah, and just totally a fun thing. So I'm going to kind of whip through these kind of quick, actually, just because I don't want like a 45-minute video. So first question is, share your first paranormal experience that comes to mind. I've had a lot, actually. And more so when I was first opening up intuitively, but I had lots of experiences as a kid. I would see fairies, or just little blips of light, and had one major figure kind of come to me in real life, embodied, and didn't realize what that was until much, much, much later in my life. So I have heard angels singing and lots of different things, so kind of interesting. Second question, have you ever had a premonition? Probably. I think I do quite a bit and don't necessarily know that. I guess I'm trying to think. I can't think of one specific off the top of my head, but I do have lots of knowings that happen. Within the next day or two, I will just kind of get this information, and then it'll come play out somehow, either for myself or other people. So, third question, when did you get your first tarot or oracle deck, and what deck is it? Actually, when I was in college, a friend of mine gave me her tarot deck, and I think it was the Rider-Waite deck. At the time, I had no interest, well, I shouldn't say no interest. I was curious, but I was not into metaphysical stuff or spiritual stuff at all. But I was fascinated with this deck. I don't think I actually ever used it. And I kept it for many, many years and then finally just donated it. And about the same time, sometime in college too, a friend of mine had the animal deck, the medicine cards. And I remember bugging her a couple times to do readings for me, even though I didn't really know what that meant at the time. I was just kind of fascinated by it. So the first deck that I think I ever bought was probably an angel deck, because when I was first starting intuitive work and getting into spiritual studies, I worked at an angel store. Everything was angel related, and so she had lots of decks and different cards there, and I can't tell you exactly which one it was, but I probably still have it down in my office somewhere. So definitely helped build my intuition and get things going. Fourth question, what element do you connect with the most? I love fire. I'm an Aries, so everything is all about fire and action and big. You wouldn't necessarily know that when you meet me in person. I'm totally an introvert and a little more subdued. But and if something doesn't work for me, I burn it away and let it go. But at the same time, I am also very balanced when I'm near water. So I have a lot of Pisces in my chart, and so water really kind of balances and calms me, and that's kind of more the persona of myself that you see out in public. So 5, do you believe in fairies? Yeah, kind of. I have seen them. Oak Creek Canyon in Sedona was the first place after I was kind of awake and fully embodying my intuitive self that I saw fairies and little blips of light, even though I had seen them as a kid. I actually helped organize a fairy festival for a couple years. It was called Festival of the Little People, and not just fairies, but all of the earth elementals, and that was at the start of my spiritual path. And through some friends who are still very good friends and lots of other friends who are still very near and dear to me, we just celebrated all of the earth and all of her elements and elementals in all their forms through connecting with the fairies and elementals and sprites and sliffs and sylphs, whatever it was. So yes, I absolutely believe all that, and they're in my garden, and I connect with them regularly. So 6, do you prefer the moon or the sun? I like both. I think equally, actually. I love sitting out under the moonlight at night in the summer is one of my favorite things to do. So maybe moon a little bit more, but certainly do love the sunshine and don't like gray, cloudy days. 7, probably the most important question here. What is your favorite crystal or stone? Seeing that I work with stones every single day and I sell them and work with them and share them with other people, that is a really hard question because it changes every day. Selenite by far is one of my favorite stones that I always have around me or near me. I have it all over my house. Rose quartz is another one that every single person I think should have rose quartz. Another stone right now that I'm really digging is anandalite, which is kind of the trade name for it. It's also known as rainbow quartz. It's a stone from India that has this kind of natural rainbow translucency on it, and I have a couple bigger chunks that I work with, and it's just really calming, but I get really amplified at the same time and get some cool meditations with it, so it's pretty fun to work with. Yeah, I have lots of favorite stones, so that is, it changes every day. 8, can you see spirits, spiritual beings? Not with my physical eyes. I can kind of sense things, but only if I'm in that kind of quieter meditative state. Once in a great while I will see kind of ghosty spirits. Like a couple, I don't know, maybe a month ago, I was at a restaurant at the Mall of America, went into the bathroom, and there was somebody standing there, a ghosty person, and was not a pleasant experience. It wasn't bad, it was just, it kind of was surprising. I'm like, oh, okay, and yeah, went on, and yeah, and not in a place I would have expected to see that. So, 9, would you rather be able to fly on a broomstick, breathe underwater, make things grow fast, or control fire? I would love to fly on a broomstick, actually, and just because I have dreams about flying, and I think that would be so cool. And yeah, I would like to make all of those things happen, but flying for sure. 10, what is the animal totem that you feel most connected to? Definitely hawks. They are one of my totems, and I see them all over the place and in the weirdest places. I live in the middle of the city, and I see them fly over my house, and see them in weird places, even like downtown St. Paul or Minneapolis. And yeah, and I just know it's always a time when I need to kind of see the bigger picture of what's going on or what I'm thinking about at that moment. So they're definitely one of my favorites. 11, what is your first animal spirit totem? That I just kind of answered that. So tell us about your first spirit guide. I have no clue. I should have read these a little bit more before I did this. I really couldn't answer that. I don't remember exactly when I started learning about my guides, but I'm sure I had psychics tell me about them. I don't necessarily connect with them specifically by name or energy. I know I have certain beings around me, but yeah, that's a whole other question. Sorry, I can't answer that. 13, do you feel more connected to the stars or the earth? Again, a hard question, because kind of both. I know I'm from another star and have lived many lives elsewhere, but I am such an earth girl and connected to the earth and grounded and focused that yeah, it's, I connect to both for sure, but probably more earth. So, 14, what is your preferred method of blessing or cleansing? Palo Santo wood, sage, just intention. I use intention for a lot of things, and just intending and asking the universe either clear and bless this space or myself or whatever it is. So it's easy. You don't have to carry anything with you. You don't have to smell like you're smoking pot. And yeah, so 15, what color do you feel most spiritually connected to? Purple. You think? And crystals just kind of generally radiate purple to me for some reason, and it's one of my favorite colors. I wear it a lot. I have it a lot around me. It's obviously in my business logo too, a little bit, so it just feels really deep and connected to me. And color is powerful for me anyways, and I use a lot of color with intention. And I use the violet flame a lot for different things. So yeah, so purple it is. So that is all. I hope that was informative and kind of fun. Just fun to go through these. So if you want to do this, I will just tag you if you want to do it. I'm not going to tag specific people, although a couple people do come to mind, but I will message them privately and tell them. So I look forward to doing more videos with you soon, and thank you very much. You can go find my website too at crystallinelight.com. And by the way, if you've watched this far, I know I keep saying this, but there really is a super secret project being launched soon. So go on my website and get on the email list for that, because you'll get first notice. Hopefully now sometime in June. It is getting closer. So I'm a little excited about it. So there you go. Thank you. Blessings. Enjoy your day.